Welcome back to Autolux Online. This week we're looking at yet again a Venturi, the Venturi Fetish. Okay, now it's hard to say the name, not the car company name, the car name. Fetish. Okay, weird looking, odd thing. I don't know how to describe. Yeah, it's a tiny little pocket rocket roadster, but really, I don't want to put this thing in my pocket at all. What can I say about this sports car? Woohoo! Look out. When you're trying to compete with something like the Miata, or I can't say the Solstice or Sky anymore, the soon-to-be DeLorean Motor Company Solstice. No, with this thing, where do you start? Okay, let's start with some good points on this thing. Good points? It doesn't look like anything else on the road. It looks like other concept cars of the past, but nothing that's really on the road. Headlights, gotta love this dual drop-in look. Very neat, very cool, very fitting. Their V-grill actually is well done at this time. I don't really get the 3 different colors on the hood idea. Somebody was definitely on something that day. Maybe just one would have been cool. Moving on to the front end. Okay, the air ducts, they've done a little bit better job than they've done with the America. Okay, they've added some hard edges and made it kind of, even. But the problem with that is the fact that the front end curves right down. Very cool. The problem is they added this tiny little lip at the front. They should have just brought it straight down. No lip, no nothing. That lip just kind of seals the fate of this car. Kind of makes it look really bad. Really bad. Okay. I can't even say anything about this. Fog light. This fog light is just crappy. Yeah. They should have just added a slit that ran right along. Kind of Audi inspired. And I'm always against people stealing other people's design. But you know what? Maybe in this case, a round fog light on the front of this thing, really not the greatest. Now, moving on to the hood line. It's smooth, it's even, it's not that bad. Until you see that there are 2 colors fighting each other for space here. Okay, you get into the wheel well, nice, smooth, round, curve, flat, right on top. Right when you hit the silver lining. Yeah. Not good at all. And when you're looking at the wheel wells, take a look at those rims too. These are very basic, plain rims. I could buy rims just like that for any car I want by going to like Walmart, a Canadian Tire, right? Then you think with an odd-looking, wild car, you would actually have some wild, cool-looking rims, but apparently not on this thing. Moving on to the side, they put the mirrors a little too high again. Windshield, you're going to get some points for this. Why? Because you can see everything through that windshield. It's very open. That's very well done. The problem is, it's one of the few good things on this car. Looking at the side of this car, there are way too many lines, way too many colors. You can't focus on anything. The front, the side, everything in this car is way too busy. It's like looking at the grill of the brand new Lincoln Navigator. There's too much going on. It kind of freaks you out, right? Okay, let's move on. Well, okay, I got one last one. No. Moving on to the back end here. Okay, they got this neat looking duct right here. Different, could have been done without. You don't need it. Okay, I know it's probably meant to cool the engine, but really, they could have done something a little bit more different than something like that. The fact that they also have a roll bar going all the way along the top here, not the coolest. That roll bar, yeah, kind of cool when you're looking at it on like a Mustang or maybe a PT Cruiser convertible. But on this thing, like it doesn't have a convertible top. That is the top. Not cool. Moving on to the back, spoiler. Okay, they added a spoiler on this thing, decent, but not the greatest. Does not fit this car at all. Like if it was just attached side, no centerpieces, it might have been good. Moving on to the taillights. Yet again, Venturi has gone with these weird looking round taillights that do not fit the car at all. If they offset them a bit, like the front, one here and one here, maybe a little bit, they could have flow with the car. But the trunk lid on this thing, way too rounded. Way too rounded. They added the V, the Venturi V at the back. Kind of neat. Kind of fits. You know, it'd be even cooler if they brought it straight down and made it the grill. Now, looking at the bottom of this car, we know the airflow is coming out and flying out of the back, but do we really need all these lines? Just like the America. Venturi has also added that stupid wide mouth rear port to make the bumper. Okay, no, we can't talk about this thing. Why? For Venturi to make this a cool car, all I'd have to say is keep the platform, lose the design. Because out of 10, this car's getting a 2. And this 2 points come from a neat looking windshield, neat looking headlights. Everything else, I'm sorry, Venturi. You're just not getting points on. This thing looks like it was thrown together by somebody on crack or something. It's really, no. This car is not cool. Not cool at all. And when it does find it cool, well, you're probably buying an Aztec. Okay. For this week, at Auto Looks, as Everett said, Venturi, you got a lot of work to think about.